Hello, my name is Eugene Choi, and what I want to talk about today is why I don't take steroids. I have never taken steroids or any performance-enhancing drugs during the entirety of my life. I have been bodybuilding for almost 20 years now. And yes, I am a lifetime natural, or as some would say, a lifetime natty. Now, before I begin, I want to make it very clear that I don't judge steroids in any way, nor its use, nor its users. I have nothing against it. I don't think it's bad. In fact, I might even go as far as saying that I think steroid users are courageous and smart. By courageous, I mean despite knowing the potential consequences, the health risks and side effects known to be associated with steroid use, these guys still choose to use it despite those things for the sake of making gains. And I think that's admirable. And why do I think steroid users are smart? I think they're smart in the sense that steroids, they work, and they work very well. So, using steroids is efficient. You can make as much gains and even more gains than you would naturally, way faster, with way less effort. So it's very efficient in terms of preserving time and energy. So again, I have nothing against steroids, nor its use or its users. In fact, I find steroid users admirable in their courage and ability to be resourceful and efficient, which is common traits of intelligence. Another thing I want to clear up is the definition of being natural. There are some people who consider certain performance-enhancing drugs as not tainting the natural status, which I disagree. I think being natural means you haven't done any kind of performance enhancing drug or supplement, and that includes things such as SARMs, prohormones, TRT or testosterone replacement therapy, HRT or hormone replacement therapy, insulin, growth hormones. And I'm only going to mention those things because those are the common performance enhancers that some people would consider quote unquote natural. Thus, using them wouldn't void your natural status, which again, I disagree. I think to be considered a true natural, or should I say a true lifetime natural, you won't have even done any of those things that I've just mentioned. Now, I'm not going to mention the well-known steroids because those are obviously well known to be the bread and butter, or should I say steak and potatoes of steroids, such as tren, testosterone, Anavar, Debol, Masteron, just to name a few. But that will bring us to the actual whys for me staying natural this entire time. First reason are the potential health risks and side effects known to be associated with steroid use. Some examples are organ failure, namely heart failure, increase in bad cholesterol, increase in blood pressure, those are more serious consequences. And the less severe, typically more cosmetical, or should I say, cosmetic issues that may occur are severe back knee or back acne, or acne in general, hair loss, gynecomastia or gyno, which is the development of a lumpy tissue in the nipple area, which is a big one because you can have the most beautiful physique, but if you have gyno, that can completely ruin that. So to me, all of these health risks and side effects just simply aren't worth it to me. Those risks aren't worth potentially ruining what I have going on right now. Oh, and that also helps me remember some more potential consequences are emotional, or should I say mood swings, which is also very big. And moon face, or rounding of the face, which basically means your face retaining so much water that you essentially have an enlarged, round moon face, which is also not a good look. So again, those are all things that I think aren't worth potentially getting for the sake of extra gains. Now, the next reason why I chose to stay natty this entire time is the high maintenance and cost of steroid use in general. Just thinking about having to order the right needles and the right vials, the right pills, making sure my supplier is available, making sure I'm monitoring my health and blood work, all those things just to maintain a steroid protocol seems like a lot of work for me that turns me off. I consider myself to be pretty minimalist overall. And just thinking about that extra clutter doesn't seem appealing to me at all. The last reason why I chose to stay natural this entire time is my overall general satisfaction with my physique and the look that I have in general. I've been bodybuilding for almost 20 years now, and overall I've been pretty satisfied with the progress I've made and the progress I'm continuing to make to this day. And I feel good the way I look most of the time. People have always complimented my physique, random strangers, and also people in my social circle as well, and also random strangers online. So I've gotten good feedback over the years. And to top it off, for the past 20 years, I've often been accused of using steroids, which I take as a compliment because that just goes to show how how much of an impressive physique I've created. So with the combination of the feedback and getting accused of steroids, which is the best compliment for anyone, any bodybuilder, I've been pretty satisfied with what I've had going on and still have going on to this day. Oh, by the way, another side tangent. Anavar. Taking Anavar also voids your natty status. So if you ever took Anavar, you're not natural. You're not a lifetime natural. Again, this is not a pride thing. I don't think I'm better than people who use steroids. In fact, I've had several really close friends who've used steroids regularly throughout their lives, and they bodybuild recreationally like I do. And I can tell you that they have way more impressive physiques than I do. And they make more money than I do. And overall, I think they're more intelligent than I am. And they're happy people. So I think there's a lot of misconception that steroid users are insecure, unhappy people who are in the same category as drug users that you would see on the street. But I can tell you from firsthand experience, that is not the case. Being a lifetime natural, I don't see that as much of a flex as perhaps some other naturals or lifetime naturals might think. I think it's simply a lifestyle choice that I've made for myself and my own life, and it's nothing more than that. Now, this also begs the question of, have I ever considered using steroids? And the answer is, of course. As a bodybuilder, that thought would naturally come up. Even to this day, I do entertain that idea of using steroids. However, I remember the reasons that I've mentioned, and I just go back to living life as a natural bodybuilder. But I am also open to the possibility that one day I might just say fuck it and do it, even if I go bald, even if I might develop some acne or or round face or some gyno. Maybe I'll just say fuck it and I want to make some fucking real gains. Just become a monster. Which is a pretty cool look too. I may no longer be considered a pretty boy, but hell, being considered a freak monster, someone who people would move out of the way in public for, doesn't seem too shabby either. So I'm open to the possibility that one day I may use steroids or some form of performance-enhancing drugs. I'm not closed off to that idea. And like I said, I entertain it from time to time, even to this day. If I had really shitty genetics, we'd be having a completely different conversation right now. Maybe. Because we can only speak from hindsight. The what ifs are somewhat useless, at least in this context. Thank you for watching. Until next time.